Why do some laser glasses look green and others look red or brown? Why does this pair stop blue light but not infrared? What's OD6 and what does it even matter? And are these cheap glasses even protecting you at all? Today we're answering all those questions and more. When it comes to laser safety glasses, there is a plethora of options out there, and we're going to go into detail on what you need to know to save your eyeballs. The basics of laser eye safety is knowing the different wavelengths. So most diode lasers out there are going to have blue light, and that light is put out at a wavelength of 440 nm or nanometer. Fiber lasers are 1064. CO2 lasers are around 10. You need to know that when you're picking your glasses because each glass type is rated for the specific use. And if you have infrared, that's another ballgame. Infrared light is one of the most dangerous lights for your eyes, mainly because it's invisible to the naked eye. You can't see it, and that's where the damage comes. When you can't see something, sometimes you already have that false sense of protection. I guarantee you, you are not protected. Golden rule number one, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not burning your eyeballs. Infrared is going to be invisible to your naked eye. So just because you can't see the danger doesn't mean you're not putting yourself in danger. We're talking about ratings, OD ratings, OD1, OD5, OD6. What does OD mean? OD stands for optical density. Now OD1 blocks 90% of the light. Sounds impressive, right? OD6 blocks 99.9999% of the light. Don't just trust the color, trust the numbers and the ratings. There's a reason why these are rated the way that they are. OD ratings are the only guarantee. And if you have a decent pair of glasses, you will see, usually on the top right when you're looking at the glasses, this says IPL 200 to 2000 nm, nanometers, OD4 plus CE. These glasses do not have a rating. Now, would I trust my eyes with a pair of safety glasses that will not tell me how safe they are? I don't think so. Let's check these glasses. Again, these are similar styling. These are not stamped anywhere on these glasses. And these glasses came with some lasers that I purchased. These are for woodworking. No, this is for sun. This shouldn't even be on your face. You put those away. So if they're not stamped, don't put them on your face. A lot of lasers also, they'll have the shield. Don't just assume that since that shield is in place that your eyes are protected. Unless that shield has a rating, you can't guarantee anything. Golden rule number two, don't trust the colors. Red or orange or green or brown. Don't trust just that it's a tinted green that you're getting protection. Make sure that it's marked. Then make sure that those markings are actually in line with what you're using it for. Go by the numbers, not the color. Now even these glasses, these are a broad range of glasses, 200 to 2000. It's a huge range. Now it's only OD4 plus, not the greatest. I would recommend getting something specific. Just because it says it'll protect you against UV, infrared, every nanometer under the sun. You know, it's like saying a screwdriver will work on every single type of screw out there. They just don't. Get your specific glasses for your machine and do it now. Don't cheap out on your safety glasses. These aren't like woodworking glasses or anything like that. These are not going to get scratched. They're only on your face when you're near the laser. Spend the $50, $60, $80 and get a good pair. Golden rule number three, match the glasses to the machine. Diode glasses are going to do nothing to protect you on a CO2 machine. Now don't get me wrong, I don't want to scare anybody that if you get a random flash in the corner of your eye, you're immediately gonna turn into a melting corpse. Lasers are fun, but seeing the lasers tomorrow, that's even more fun. Just stay safe out there. All right, so let's turn this into a quick build for safety glasses on our machine. Let's get to it. Okay, now that we're in LightBurn, we're just going to make a couple of simple shapes. I know that my glasses are about 6 inches by, I don't know, about 2.5 inches tall. So I'm going to start with a backer board that is 6.5 inches by, let's say, 8 inches. That's a good start. And I am going to want 3 shelves because I'll have 3 different sets of glasses. And in order to make that shelf, I just need a piece that's about an inch tall by 6 inches because I don't want it to go all the way to the end. I want it to stop short. So go 6 inches by 1 inch. And then with this, I can align this. We'll just try to space this out. So what I'll do is I'll go over here to matrix array, grid array, and I'm going to go on the Y axis and we'll do a little bit of a spacing of, let's say 2 inches, maybe 2.5. That's decent. Click OK. Now it automatically selects everything. So now I can just make sure that we center everything just to see what that looks like. Now I will pull this down just a little bit, so I'm holding shift while I drag this down because I do need a couple of the bolt holes to hold it onto my slat wall. So now all I need to do is put in my little keyways and we can go we can go 0.5, half inch. And this is 3mm material, so I think if you type in 3mm, yeah, it should change that over, or it's, I think it's 1/8 of an inch. So if we go 1/8 inch, that'll get us a better look there. And let's see, it doesn't have to be exact on where it is. And then we'll just do another matrix array. Let's see, if we do spacing of every 2, let's say 1 3/4. Maybe I want to get 4. So let's go 1 1/4. That looks decent. And actually, what I should do, let me ungroup this because we want to do the matrix array of this piece along with the cuts. So now that we know where our cuts are, what I'll do is I will center these and then I can center everything. Now I'll select this. Now I can do this matrix array, or the grid, excuse me. Perfect. Click OK. And now we can ungroup this. Control D to duplicate. We'll just pull this off to the side and we will delete all of these. Actually, let's leave that top one because that'll give us our reference for our circles. And I do want the machine to cut these circles, and this is going to be 0.357. That is enough to allow my 1/4 bolt to go through. And I'll just pick something that looks decent, and I'll also do another array of this, and I only want 2, but I want these to be spaced out even more. So let's say 3 inches. Let's go 4 inches. That looks better. Click OK. Now if I lock this, that'll make sure that when I center these 2 pieces, it won't actually move the back piece. It'll just move those 2 holes. So now I can select everything and we'll unlock that, and we can delete this. All right, so now our back is done. And what I can do too is I can just put text on here. We could put back. And since that's on toolpath 1, that'll never actually be cut. And then over here, we can put side, and then we just need a bottom then. Now, in order to get our bottom, what I can do is I can duplicate this, and I'll just drag this down. And for the bottom, I can go, let's say 2 inches by 6 inches. So let's just change this from 1. And this was centered, so what we have to do is duplicate that. And then if we go over here to where it says 1/4 of an inch and we hit times 2, it'll automatically do our math for us. And then we can center that and Control D to duplicate. And we'll center that. And if we select everything, weld it together, there's our tabs. That's how easy it is. So this project is pretty much done. The only thing that I would need to do is make a duplicate of this. So now we have 3 bottoms, duplicate that. And we have 3 sides. Perfect. The only other thing that I did was I went out to Canva and I downloaded some elements, and you can do that or any other software that you like. You can download those elements. Just remember that when you do download them, you do group those together when you move those around so you don't encounter any issues. And then I did all of this on an engrave layer. So we group those together. That's already grouped together. And we just make sure that everything fits. And remember too, that this yellow toolpath will not be cut or engraved. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to align everything the best you like. Let's see, this image here didn't come out so great. but everything else really looks decent. So I will send this over to my machine. I will cut it, and I'll also package this up, put this on the website in case you want to make a glass holder for yourself. Now this has space for 3 glasses. You can easily modify this and cut this down for, let's say, 2 glasses or even 1 glass. Let's say you want to take it down to about there. So you can just cut this here and cut that there, and then put this all in the same layer. And now it's cut down, and you can just get rid of 2 of these. So you only need 1, and then you have enough for 1 pair of glasses. So like I said, I'll package this up, and I will get this so it sits on 1 sheet, and you'll be good to go. All right, so I kind of played with the layout a little bit, and this is our sheet. I did push everything together, so it will cut very quickly, and it will sit on a 12-inch by 12-inch 3mm ply sheet. I'll make this available for you. Let's get over to the laser. We'll cut it out. We'll assemble it and see what we got. Now with the new setup that we have for my laser, I can just use the micro jig match fit system that I have here, and I can just slide these 1/4 bolts through these little dovetails, then push it wherever I want, tighten it up, and then just place my safety glasses securely where they need to be. And I'll be making more fixtures for my rotary attachments and all the other accessories that I need within reach. All right, guys, I hope you learned something from that video. I hope that it encourages you to take your eye safety seriously. You know, look at the glasses that you're using. If you're not using glasses and you have a shield, that is great. Just make sure that that shield is actually rated for your laser. If it's an aftermarket shield, make sure it's stamped. If it came with your laser, you may be okay, but you still want to invest in a pair of glasses, because you're going to find that one day you're going to have that lid open, you're going to be checking your work, and the laser's going to be firing. And then a few weeks later, you're going to find out you have that eye fatigue, and it's going to be an issue. So protect yourself now, protect yourself right. My name is Steve. I appreciate you watching. Please feel free to do all the things. Hit the share, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't yet. If you have that, if you're fortunate enough to have that hype button, hit that so it gets pushed out to many more people. Till next time, I'll have a new video out next Wednesday. See you then.